Good morning, students. Today we will see some numericals on state space representation. We will have one circuit, electrical circuits. We will write down the differential equations from the circuits for that particular circuits, and then we will derive the state space model from the differential equation. Now let us see the example in which one current source is given, which is connected to the electrical components. One is inductor. Let's say the inductor is L2. Then it is connected across capacitor. Let's say the capacitance is C. Then it is connected again to the resistance and inductance series circuits. Resistance is denoted by R, given by the R, and inductance is given by L. The current is IA. The current is IA. Here the current is flowing through the inductance I2 is IL2. Voltage across this capacitor is E1, and current flowing through this inductor L1 is IL1, and the voltage across this inductor L1, let's say it is E2. Let's say it is E2. Now see, the circuit is L2 C are connected in parallel. This parallel combinations is also connected in parallel of series of R and L1. The two components are connected in series. It is connected across for the parallel with the C1. This C is in parallel with L2, and they are connected across the current source IA. Now in this one it is clear L, C are parallel. This parallel combinations is again in parallel with the series combination of R and L1. Input is IA. Input, it is equals to IA, and output here it is equals to voltage across inductor, that is I2. Voltage across inductor I2. This our circuit is given. This circuit is given. For these circuits, we have to write down the state space model of this circuit. In this one, IA is input, E2 is output, and other components are connected in the circuits like this one. Now see here, in these circuits, the inductor L2, capacitor C, and the inductor L1, these are the three components which are energy storage element. Number of energy storage element, it is equals to 3. Therefore number of state variable, it is equals to 3. It is equals to 3. Now see here, in this one, let's say the current through inductor L2, it is equals to IL2, it is equals to your state variable x1. So the inductor through the L2, currents through the inductor L2, that is IL2, that is your first variable x1. Then voltage across capacitor C, it is equals to E1, it is equals to your state variable x2. Your state variable x2. Then the third, current through inductor L1, it is equals to IL1, it is equals to x3. So these are my three state variables, x1, x2 and x3. Now we have three state variable. So the system parameter matrix dimensions will be 3 by 3. That means the matrix A is having the dimension 3 by 3. System parameter matrix A is having the dimension 3 by 3 because our state variables are 3, x1, x2, x3. x1 it is equals to IL2, x2 it is equals to E1 and x3 it is equals to IL1. So these are the three state variable. These are the three state variable. Now see here, we will write x1 it is equals to IL2. So x1 dot it is equals to dx1 by dt. So we can have the derivative of this one, that is dIL2 by dt. So this is my x1 dot. This is my x1 dot. Similarly, we can write the equation for the x2 dot. x2 it is equals to E1. x2 it is equals to E1. So x2 dot it is equals to dx2 by dt. That is nothing but dE1 by dt. Okay, and then we know x3 it is equals to IL1. So x3 dot it is equals to dx3 by dt. So this is nothing but dIL1 by dt. So we have the three differential state vectors, that is x1 dot, x2 dot and x3 dot, and three state variable, that is x1, x2 and x3. Now we know the state variable, we know the differential state variable. Now we will write down the equation for the x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot, or we can have the equation for x1, x2, x3 and then we will take the differentiation of that one. Similar. Now see here, from the circuit, the voltage across this inductor and the capacitors both are connected in parallel. So the voltage across the capacitors, that is nothing but the voltage across the inductor. L2 and C are connected in parallel. Voltage across L2 it is equals to voltage across C, that is voltage across capacitor. Currents through the L2 is IL2. So we can write this inductor, that is L2 dIL2 by dt, it is equals to E1. This is the equation. The voltage across the capacitor, that is L2 into voltage across the inductors, that is dIL2 by dt multiplied by L2. It is nothing but equals to voltage across capacitor, that is nothing but the E1. So we have this equation, L2 it is equals to dIL2 by dt, it is equals to E1. So from this one we can rearrange this equation, dIL2 by dt, it is equals to E1 by L2. These equations we can have if we rearrange this one. So dIL2 by dt, it is equals to E1 by L2. Now see here, dIL2 by dt, that is nothing but the x1 dot. Okay, and E1 is nothing but equals to your x2. So we will replace this one, dIL2 by dt, this is nothing but equals to your x1 dot, it is equals to E1 is nothing but the x2. So here is the x2 divided by L2. So this is my first equation, or the equation A. So this is my first equation. So this is my equation number 1. x2 divided by L2. This is my equation A or the equation number 1. Now see here, this L2, this C and this series combinations are connected in parallel. So let us see that. Here we will assume the node N. Here we will assume the node N1. Now apply KCL to node N. Apply the KCLs to the node N1. Now to this N1, how many currents are connected over there? That is IA. These outgoing currents, that is IL2. One more currents which is flowing through the capacitors. We assume that the currents, let's say this is IC. Currents flowing through the capacitors, we assume that this is the direction, that is IC. And the third currents, that is IL1. So IL2, IC and IL1, these are the three outgoing currents, and IA is the incoming currents to the node. So if we apply the KCLs, then KCLs says that the incoming currents, it is equals to outgoing currents, or algebraic sum of the currents are 0. So we can write IA it is equals to my currents, that is IL2, plus outgoing currents, that is IC, plus outgoing currents, that is IL1. So from these equations we can write IC it is equals to IA minus IL2 minus IL1. So these are my currents. These are my current equation. IC it is equals to IA minus IL2 minus IL1. I see that we have equation currents flowing through the capacitor. IC is given by the equation capacitance C multiplied by voltage across the capacitors, that is dE1 by dt. Currents flowing through the capacitor is given by the equation C into dV by dt. Here V is voltage across capacitor, that is E1. Capacitance is C. And the currents flowing through the capacitors is IC. So we can have the current IC it is equals to C into dE1 by dt. Now we know this equation. So we will replace the equation IC it is equals to IA minus IL2 minus I1 with this equation. So we can write C into dE1 by dt it is equals to IA minus IL1 minus IL2. Now see this dE1 by dt it is equals to, here IA is this our input. Now see here IL2 is x1 and IL1 is x3. So here we will write down our input, that is U minus IL1. See here IL1 is x3 and IL2 is x1. So this is x3 minus x1. So we can write dE1 by dt it is equals to U by C minus x3 by C minus x1 by C. This is my second equation D. So these equations we have. dE1 by dt it is equals to U by C, that is my current I by C, minus x3 by C minus x1 by C, that we calculated the equation in terms of the variables. Okay, now dE1 by dt, see here dE1 by dt, that is nothing but the x2. So we will replace this is x2 dot, it is equals to U by C minus x3 by C minus x1 by c. Let's say this is my equation B. Okay, this is my equation number 2 or the equation B. So now we have the two equations. One is for x1 dot and one is for x2 dot. Similarly, we will find out the equation for the x3 dot. Now, here these two elements R and L are connected in series, but they are connected in parallel with the capacitor. Voltage across the capacitor is E1. Voltage across capacitor is E1 and the currents flowing through the R and L1 is IL1. R1 and L1 is IL1 and the voltage across this series combinations is nothing but the voltage across this capacitor, that becomes E1. So now we can write apply KVL to the R and L2, R and L1 series circuit. So this we can write E, it is equal to, that is voltage across the capacitor, that is your input voltage to this one R and L1. So E1 it is equal to R multiplied by IL1 plus voltage across these capacitors, that is L1 di L1 by dt. R plus IL1 plus L1 into di L1 by dt, that is nothing but the voltage across capacitor, that is E1. That is E1. Now from these ones we can write, now see, this is E1, it is equal to this one. So these equations we can write L into diL1 by dt. diL1 by dt, it is equals to E1 minus R into IL1. E1 L1 into diL1 by dt, it is equals to E1 minus R into IL1. We have rearranged this equation. Now this we can write diL1 by dt, it is equals to this L we will divide. So E1 divided by L minus R by L multiplied by IL1. Now see here, diL1 by dt, it is nothing but the x3 dot. So we will put here x3 dot, it is equals to E1 is what? E1 is nothing but the x2. So we will put here x2 by L minus IL1. See, IL1 is nothing but the x3. IL1 is nothing but the x3. So we will put here x3 R by L. R by L. So R by L into x3. R by L into x3. So this is my third equation or the equation number C. Equation number C. Equation number C. Now we will write down the equation for the output. We will write down the equation for the output. Now see here, we know this equation. We know this equation. E1 it is equals to R into IL1 plus L1 diL1 by dt. diL1 by dt. Now see here, voltage across inductors, that is nothing but the E2. That is nothing but E2. So we can replace this E1, it is equals to R into IL1 plus E2. Plus E2. This E2 is my output voltage. This E2 is my output voltage. So we can have the output equation. We can have output equation E2 it is equals to E1 minus RIL1. RIL1. So E2 is nothing but my output. So output is denoted by Y. E1 is denoted by what? E1 is nothing but the x2. So we will replace this by x2 minus R as it is. And IL1. What is IL1? IL1 is nothing but the x3. So we will replace this IL1 by x3. So this is my fourth equation for the output, that is equation number D. So we have all the four equations. One is for first three is for x1 dot, x2 dot and x3 dot respectively, and fourth one is for the output. Output it is equals to x2 minus r into x3. So this is my equation. Y is also in terms of the state variable x2 and x3. Y is also in terms of x2 and x3. So we have converted all the equation in terms of our state variable, which we have selected. What is our state variable? x1 it is equals to IL2, x2 it is equals to E1, and x3 it is equals to IL1. These are our state variable. These are our state variable. So whatever the equation that we have written over there, that is in terms of x1, x2 and x3. Now we will write down the state model of given circuit. State model of given circuit. Once again we will write down the equation. Now see here, x1 dot it is equals to what? x2 by L2. x1 dot it is equals to, this is what? x2 divided by L2. x2 divided by L2. This is my equation A. Then we will write down x2 dot it is equals to U by C. x2 dot it is equals to U by C minus x3 by C minus x1 by C, minus we will write down x1 by C first minus x3 by C. This is my equation B. Okay. And my third equation, x3 dot it is equals to what? x2 by L. x3 dot it is equals to x2 by L and minus r by L into x3, minus r by L into x3. This is my equation number C. And my output equation Y it is equals to x2 minus r x3. Y it is equals to x2 minus r x3. This is my equation number 4, or it is denoted by D. So we have the three state variable equation and one output equation. Now we know the state space equations is given by the formula Ax plus Bu, and Y it is equals to, output equation is given by the formula Cx plus Du. Now x dot we know, x we know. Now we have to find out A, B, C, D. We have to write down these equations in terms of A, B, C, D. Now see here, x dot it is equals to, how many state variables are there? x1 dot, x2 dot and x3 dot. What is this? x1 dot is what? x1 dot, okay, x1 dot it is equals to dIL2 by dt. So for our simplicity we will write down dIL2 by dt. Then second is x2. So x2 dot it is equals to dE1 by dt. So here we will write down dE1 by dt. And the third one is x3 dot, and x3 dot it is equals to dIL2 by dt. So this becomes dIL1 by dt. Okay, it is equals to, now it is equals to, so x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot it is equals to this one, it is equals to, now we will write down the x1. Now see here, x1 dot it is equals to what? x2 by L2. Is there any term of x1? No. Is there any term of x3? No. There is only one term, that is x2. And what is the coefficient of the x2? That is 1 by L2. So here we will put 0. At the x2 we will put here L2, and at the x3 we will put here 0. And here we have the state variables, that is x1, x2 and x3. So if we multiply this row to these columns, then we will have 0 into x1, that is 0, 1 by L2 multiplied by x2, that is x2 by L1, and 0 by x3, that is nothing but 0. So x1 dot equals to 1 by L2 multiplied by x2, that we get. Now we will transfer this one. Now x2 dot, forget about this u by c first. What is the coefficients of the x1? Minus 1 by c. So this is x1, this is the position. So here is 1 by x1. Is there any x2? No. So we will put here 0. What is the coefficients of the x3? That is 1 by c, minus 1 by c. So we will put here minus 1 by c. So this is our this equation. Now this terms is remaining. This we will see later on. Now x3 dot. Is there any terms of x1? No. So we will put here 0. What is the coefficients of the x2? That is 1 by L. And what is the coefficients of x3? Minus R by L. So this is my matrix A. This is my matrix X plus here in this equation, is there any term of the u? No. So we will put here 0. In this equation, is there any term of u? Yes, it is u divided by c. So what is the coefficients of the u? That is 1 by c. So we will put here 0. In the x3 dot, is there any term of u? No term is there. So we will put here 0 and we will multiply this by u. So this is our ax and this is b and this is u. And this is u. So this is ax plus bu. Ax plus bu. Now we will write down the matrix for y. Matrix for y. Y it is equals to what? Cx plus du. Now we will write down y it is equals to. Y it is equals to. Now see here. To write down the c, equation is x2 minus x3 minus r by x2 minus r into x3. Is there any terms of the x1? No. So now see here, we will write down here the matrix, that is x1, x2, x3. This first. Now, is there any coefficient of the x1 term is there? No. So we will put here 0. Now, what is the coefficient of the x2? That is 1. So we will put here 1. And what is the coefficient of the x3? That is minus r. So we will put here minus r. So this is the matrix C and this is X. Now, is there any value of the u in the equation? There is no term of the input in the output equation. So we will put 0 and this is u. And this is u. So this way we get the matrix. So suppose if you want to final equation, then we can write down x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot, it is equals to 0, 1 by L2, 0, minus 1 by C, 0, minus 1 by C, then 0, minus 1 by L and minus R by L. Here is x1, x2, x3 plus. This is 0, 1 by C and again 0 multiplied by u. So this is your state model equation, the state equation, and y it is equals to. Here is the x dot it is equals to. Y it is equals to 0, 1 minus r, and here is x1, x2, x3 plus 0 multiplied by u. So this is your state model equation of a given circuit. This is the answer of a given circuit. X dot it is equals to x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot. It is equals to this matrix, that is your A. This is your state variable matrix. This is your input matrix multiplied by u. This is your output matrix multiplied by state variable plus your feed forward matrix is 0. So here we have put 0 multiplied by u.